Hello to my Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get into it, Scorpios. Let's get right into it. Let's get into your reading. Let's see what kind of peaceful week you're going to have. All right. Oh, okay. This card wanted to jump out the deck. You got some good news coming across, right? Some good news, right? Coming across, right? About from someone that you, let me see. Okay, it's two situations. Okay. So there's one situation, because that card just jumped right out of the deck. There's one situation, there's an emotional attachment to two energies, right? So some good news is coming across your path, possibly from somebody that you love. And that's good news, right? But there's also some energies that you left behind that you maybe once loved, like in a maybe romantic sense. Um, that may have said something emotionally immature to you that are you've cut the emotional ties with whoever that is. I don't know who that may be. And so then you see that pig with wings there. So in other words, you're definitely not going back to the emotional immature comment that just like was like really deep for somebody. So whatever that was, the depth of that was just caused you to just toss something into a burning bowl. Here we have the Knight of Cups here. So somebody could have new love coming across their path. I love it. So here we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, so your head and heart are no longer at war with each other when it comes to emotionally insensitive comments about you, right? Your head and heart are no longer at war with it, because emotions, things can cut deep. You're not looking for somebody to save you. You learn how to save yourself. So yeah, we're starting out with here we have the Empress card. Yeah. Starting out with a 6-card spread. So yeah, that card wants to jump. That card wants to jump out. So here we have the Page of Wands here. So you're free from something. Here we have the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah, Three of Pentacles here. And so that's not a part of a team that you want to be on. You don't want to be a part of a team of anybody who is emotionally immature that would say something that is so harmful, to you, like your mental state. When you could have been going through something, right? That just something like really just burned you. Like it just like something burned you, like that insensitive burned you. And it just came from, like I said, it reminded you of something. Something reminded you of something from your past. See how this person is walking away from something? So that something is behind you, right? So something reminded you of somebody said something to you from your past, right? Here's the thing and how it's going to show itself back up. So somebody says something to you from your past that was emotionally insensitive to you, right? And so for you, you may have made sure that you were a person that over nurtures people to make sure that you don't say anything emotionally insensitive to other people, right? But then you may have overdone some things, like overdone it. Like maybe be a person like, I got to really walk around on eggshells around everybody to make sure I don't say anything emotionally insensitive to people. But you also leave yourselves wide open, leave that cup empty, right? So Source is saying to you, somebody is learning. You toss so something had to wake you up and balance it out, right? That's where Pluto comes in. Pluto is restoring balance to Mother Earth. So, and then we have this moon coming up in Libra, and Libra are the scales of balance, right? So you're no longer doing an injustice to yourself by keeping emotionally insensitive people connected to you. You don't even want to hold it in your internal scales, right? So yeah, you're free. Yeah, you're free. You feel free and feel liberated. Yeah. Because you know who those types of energies are aligned with. You already know. And you know those are the same energies that's going to be what? Nobody's showing me any compassion towards things, but you were showing probably the most compassion to those types of energies. So Source is saying, yeah, you're moving on. Definitely moving on from that. So, all right, let's see what else we have. Here we have the Queen of Swords. Here we also have the Eight of Swords. Here we also have the Five of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, and also the Six of Cups. All right. So here we have the Queen of Swords. But see you sitting on your throne, just carefully vetting your thoughts, right? And just not allowing yourself, these ropes are not tight, by the way. You're not restricting yourself. This is where somebody's going to be doing the mirror work this week. This is where you're going to be doing the mirror work this week. Creating the life that, like, instead of your mind being clouded, like, I can't see why somebody would be so emotionally immature and say something so hurtful. This is what you're saying. You're taking these swords right here. This is your power and your intellect. And you're replacing anything that caused you to feel powerless and just what was said to you, and saying, I'm replacing it with book knowledge. That makes any sense, right? Book knowledge, taking a walk, getting some fresh air. Like, you're just cutting all of that off. Like, you're cutting off that karmic way of thinking, the woe is me, the like sending out the hurt, kind of bleeding heart, kind of, y'all know what I'm saying, energy, right? You're just saying, nope, I'm sitting on my throne, carefully vetting my thoughts and getting right back here. Here we had the King of Cups right here. Emotionally mature. So there's a guy either already in your life or coming across your path. They may have already, because we're at the end of a cycle. This cycle closes on October 1st. So he could have already come across your path, or could be coming into your life. Remember, time is relative. But that energy is emotionally balanced. And that energy is just basically saying, hey, listen, you made the best decision for you. You made the best decision for you, right? You don't have to be at war with it. You don't have to be at war with your decision. Yeah, you don't have to be at war with your decision, right? Here we also have the Nine of Cups here. So a lot of your wishes are about to be fulfilled, just because, excuse me, sometimes when there's an emotional connection, it's not as easy to just cut ties, because there's an emotion. Our bodies are made up such a large percentage of water. So source is saying, then you're going to be thinking about something that's going to be very nostalgic to you, right, from your childhood. Somebody that you looked up to, who has kind of sort of provided you with emotional support. Maybe when you felt emotionally drained, whoever that energy was, they offered you some kind of emotional support in your childhood, like some good childhood memories, right, for somebody. That's when it's going to make sense to somebody. So, yeah. Yep, it could have been a teacher, it could have been an auntie, it could have been an uncle, it could have been a, school administrator, somebody in your life you're going to remember that poured into you. And so that's what you're going to draw from. That's where you're going to draw your strength from. That's where you're going to draw your draw your water from. All right, let's see what else we got. Your commitment is being tested, right? So yeah, your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to your purpose is being tested. Whatever your purpose is, you created something, right? Person, place, or thing. What is your commitment? Your commitment is being tested. So don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back. So find out what your north node is. Your past would have been your south node, but whatever, so analyze that. Like, so, so the moon, let's see, the moon, I believe, is in Virgo now. So you want to really meticulously analyze your past, like really, really analyze like what you created for yourselves, in your past. And then moving forward, how are you going to, and just like believe in yourself that you can, like I said, if you were able to create something where you are right now, a brand, whatever you were able to create, that's what you're drawing from. Like you're saying, okay, I believe in myself. I can create something, since you're cutting something off, emotionally immature energies, right? You're saying now you have room to create whatever life you want to create for yourself, right? So that's what somebody's doing. So yeah, don't let pride get in your way. And I mean prideful people who are competing with you, who are basically like, trying to compare your past to theirs, or somebody who's trying to create some kind of problems for you or friction. Or even their parents to your parents, or their kids to your kids, or their life to your life, whatever. So it's like, yeah, believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. That's right. Something about your energy comes along once every blue moon, right? Something about your energy is rare. And so, time to breathe out. Yep, time to breathe out. Time to breathe out. Yeah, because that's what somebody will try to do. Somebody will try to, so we're getting, well, we're not close to. We're closing out a cycle, and we're going to get prepared for the next super moon. We're going to have the next full moon will be a super moon. So that means people will be super charged up, and it'll be a full moon in Aries. And so you all will see that full moon prediction video go up. So yeah, let's see what else we got. Yeah, let's see what else we got. Yeah. So that means people will be like super hyped. Super hyped in whatever direction they super hyped in, whether it's good, bad, total recall of stuff, whatever. So source is saying you want to stay focused. You want to stay laser focused. So expansiveness. So eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego, and then extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. True offering. True offering would be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Yeah. And then karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Yeah. And then companionship. Giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Yeah. So whoever, excuse me, may have made immature, comments to you about whatever. Whoever. I don't know who may have, source is saying having someone, in your life, they're not there to save you. So you're not dumping all your issues and problems on them. You're learning how, this is your moon sign, like really learning how to pour back into you. So 2, 4, 5, 6. And then loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over her own plan instead of the egos. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes you can pour so much into things, Scorpio, and still feel like, okay, you poured everything out, and still, like I said, believe. So saying now it's time for you to pour into you. Now it's time for you to pour into you. Yeah. Yep, now it's time for you to pour into you. So whoever that's for, don't know who that's for, but this is going to be, you're going to be at peace with whatever decision you make for you. Whatever decision you make for you. So somebody is definitely cutting emotional ties with emotionally immature people who like to compare you to other people. They don't know the generational cycles, chains, and curses you may have had to go through or break, for you to be where you are. So what you won't be is allowing people to emotionally drain your creativity. That's what you won't be as you're sitting on your throne. So all right. Yep, I see somebody definitely, like I said, you allowing, creating something where I see you already a leader. You're a leader in your own right. And so source is saying something you're creating is going to put you back in a leadership position. So congratulations there. So whatever it is you're creating, you're already a leader. Something is, like I said, but now you're starting to think more of just expansion. Like that could be expanding your brand. Something about you is just very rare, and that's why you want to be at peace with people who, whatever, everybody has their reason for aligning themselves with whomever, so they have their reason for aligning themselves with whomever, right? Remember, there's two sides to this. There's the seed and then there's the womb, right? So somebody had to plant a seed in the womb for it to grow, right? So there's two sides to that. The source is saying to you, you have to decide. You have to decide what kind of team you want to be on, right? You have to decide, right? Here we have the Two of Wands here. Yeah, so I feel like somebody may be taking a cruise and leaving behind the foolishness. Yeah. Maybe you're taking a cruise, having a good time, taking a cruise. Or maybe, a cruise thinking like a saltwater bath or something for somebody, right? Or maybe, here we had the Five of Wands here, 5 and 2 is 7. Excuse me. Even through prayer and meditation, just like through, just traveling in through your mind, just through emotional, traveling there as well for someone. But just leaving behind a circus, like leaving behind just chaos and confusion and a bunch of distractions. Somebody could be doing that. So Yep, here we had the Ace of Wands here. So yeah, your third eye is definitely wide open. So if it wasn't open before, it's open now. So we got 5, 2, 7, 8. Yep. And so Source is actually speeding up your prayer so you can get some rest. Yep. Source is actually fast tracking your prayer so you can get some rest and closing out cycles. Yep. Closing out cycles. Closing it out. Fulfilling fulfilling something. Closing out cycles so you can finally get some rest. Finally get some rest. Yeah, okay, we have the 8 of Swords. So you're not letting something drive you crazy, you know. Yeah. So here we have the 10 of Wands. So you don't feel like something like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. I guess it's not your responsibility to carry other people's anger, frustration, whatever it is on your shoulders. And so Source is going to make sure you stay busy, that's booked and busy, not burdened by anything, and so that you can move on from, so you can just, like I said, travel light. Here we have travel through life without any extra baggage, any emotional baggage. You can cut ties with just any kind of, like I said, emotional baggage. All right, so let's see what else we got. All right, what other cards you got? Let me see. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. Okay, let's get these pink cards here. Yeah, so if you remember this, if you can just remember this, that really water really is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it, right? So it's the first time we experience water is in a womb, right? So take it all the way back, Scorpio, to your parents. Like, who were they surrounded by? Where did they grow up? Was a bunch of chaos and confusion and toxicity around them. Look at this right here, this 5 of Wands. There's a bunch of sword and wand swinging, arguing and stuff, chaos and confusion going on around them in their neighborhood. The schools that they went to, was a bunch of that going on. Was all that coming down, that vibration of sound, right? Which is very important. There's a bunch of stuff going on. So it's the same thing with whoever you're around right now, your colleagues. Like, when they leave home and they come into the workplace, their outer appearance could be one thing, but then what's going on internally, like what's going on. Are they just around, are they at a circus? Like, what's going on? So it's going to really help you to close out cycles in love and just be at peace with just closing out cycles and moving on. For real, that's what somebody gonna be like. Okay, I get it. I get it. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. It makes sense for them to even just like feel, for some people to feel like they looking at this right here, they're around whoever it is, they're around emotionally immature people, who they looking for people to save them from something. So, maybe the conversations is just very low vibrational. It's just like I said, it could be just about a bunch of arguing and fighting all the time. They could feel like the weight of the world is on their shoulder. It could be drinking going on. It could be a whole lot of stuff going on. So Source is saying to you, you're not you're not judging anybody. That would be the Judgment card, Pluto, which is your ruling planet, one of your ruling planets. But Source is saying, but you also can move on from it. You can also say you're not gonna let it make you crazy. Two situations, you say you're not letting it make you. You're not gonna let it make you drive you crazy. You know who you are. You've done the mirror work. You're just letting. When you got the 4 and 6 right here, you're dealing with hurt people who hurt other people. Just like I said, you're ready to thrive. Somebody's ready to thrive. So, yeah, dealing with toxicity. You're closing out the cycle. Some energies are still telling lies about you because you don't care. But somebody also regrets lying to you because, like I said before, they have this please come save me mentality, right? So whoever this is, because they have that please save me from this wilderness mentality, it's because you won't save whoever these energies are, whoever this is, right? But again, you have the gift of deja vu. That's remembering the future. Something is just replaying itself over again, and you've decided to take yourself off a hamster wheel. But this is an emotional connection. So somebody has a love interest, like I said, coming across your path, who is very balanced out, who is very emotionally mature. It's exactly what you prayed for. Something about something about their energy is, like I said, it's something, whoever you prayed for, something that's where that's the kind of team you want to be on. That's the kind of alignment, you're aligning yourself with that. So, and they're allowing you to lead. They're allowing you to lead. You're allowing them to lead. It's balanced out. It's really, really balanced out. And I feel like you definitely can emotionally grow with this energy, whoever this is. So you feel changed, liberated, and free. That's what you feel. So you have the gift of clairsentience. You pick up on others' vibrations, their emotions, their moods, their feelings. And so at what age did your shadow, did your parents work on their shadow self? And at what age did you work on your shadow self? You also have the gift of clairvoyance, that's seeing things clearly. And so Source wants you to love yourselves more. And they're planning to disrupt your money backfired. You made a positive impact on them. And so, yeah. Somebody could be just dealing with a changeling. I mean, like looking for people to just... I'm trying to keep this as high vibrational as possible. It's like being with energies that just don't want to put the work in. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's like... just don't want to put the work in. Like just to put the work in would be too hard. Like yeah, would just would be too hard. It would just, like I said, just would be too hard. So you're not letting it drive you crazy. So here we have always bet on you, and somebody just has a demon of lust. Like some people will say, no matter what their age is, there's no shame or embarrassment. They'll say, hey, look. And they're doing it for themselves. Some people will say, if I want that higher level position, if I want to be in a leadership position, like right here, there's somebody who say, if I want to be in a leadership position after work, maybe take an hour break and then take some online classes. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to pour back into myself. Protect your energy, pour back into yourself. Next thing you know, you're applying for a leadership position. Bam, you got it. How in the world? When did you what? Well, how did you get the position? You pour back into yourself. You start pouring back into you. That's that. That's how you saved yourself. Somebody wants to call you, but they haven't changed. Like I said before, so people trying to compete and compare with you. Sources like there's no more emotional attachment. Yeah, so your ancestors have a message. The next love interest will make you happier. There it is. And guess what? These energies are here that were competing and comparing with you. They'll hear about it. They'll hear about it. Because once somebody cut off the emotional attachment, cut the air supply, it just sends everything else back. It sends everything back. It sends back what was said about you. It sends the emotions back. It sends all of it back. It just sends it all back. Once you cut off access, it sends it all back. So you could be on social media. All of a sudden, they see you looking better. They see you sounding better. Something about the vibration of sound in your voice just sounds better. Something about your energy, it just illuminates from the inside out. Something about you just sounds better. So, yeah. Yep, ancestors. Yep, so 43. So, yeah, so somebody had to talk with their ancestors. Somebody says, oh, hold on, I forgot for a minute. The sacrifices they made, forgot. Now you remember, right? So, yeah, so you're definitely not letting some energies drive you crazy. They have their spirit mirrors each other. Their spirits mirror each other. The same spirit, right? So the end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah. End of a tough cycle approaches. End of a tough cycle approaches. So, love, I welcome uplifting conversations into my life today. I am so grateful for the love I feel each day. I am willing to allow love to take over space in my life. Yep, I'm willing to allow love to take over space in my life. So, love that for you all. It's going to be a very peaceful week. Why? Because you are at peace with your decision. You learn how to save yourself. And for those of you all who want to be in a romantic relationship, you can attract that, but of course, meet it on its frequency. So, and the way you're going to do that is just this card right here. It's just basically saying, giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift, right? So, create space for it. If that's what you want, meet it on its frequency. Meet it on its frequency. That's in everything that you do. Create space for it. Number 7, I am brilliant. So you possess a very refined mind with a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. Number 7, that is what I have for you. Make it an amazing week. But I do see you entering into this week. Remember, new moon phase is about getting your rest and allowing your body to sync with the rhythms of the moon, right? So letting your body just readjust and syncing with the rhythms of the moon, and just considering this. Your third eye is open, like I said. If you're not going to be taking a cruise somewhere, something about your energy is just, even through just meditation, is just seeing yourself, on a cruise in the middle of the ocean, having a good time, just good energy around you. So that's what I see for you. I will see you all in the next reading. Make it a great week. Bye.